So this is the GitHub for Donkey Kong 64 Loading Zone Randomizer. You can see it because it's got my name here, and it's also got DK64 Loading Zone Randomizer right here. And firstly, you'll want to download the Loading Zone Randomizer. So you want to click on the release here, and it will show version 1.0. This is just a test one because this is a few days before the release, but you want to find this, and then you want to click DK64 LZ randomizer.zip, and you want to save that file to wherever. The second thing which you'll want is you want to go to BizHawk, and there are a few releases of BizHawk which work. So you've got 1.13.2, you have not 2.0. If we scroll all the way down, 1.12.2 works, and also 1.12.1 works. If you use any of those three versions, Loading Zone Randomizer is for sure going to support that. So once you've downloaded and installed BizHawk, you want to come to your Loading Zone Randomizer page here, and you want to unzip this file right here, or this WinRAR zip archive, and you'll get a bunch of files, and this is everything that you need for the Loading Zone Randomizer to work. Then you want to open BizHawk. I've got it on my taskbar, and then you want to open your ROM. So before we open the Loading Zone Randomizer, you want to go to plugins, and then we'll want to change some stuff here depending on your CPU's performance power. If you want to have, if you have a high-end PC, you'll most likely want Glide N64. Glide N64 is great at rendering things correctly and stuff like that. But if you don't have quite as good a CPU, you can use Jabo 1.6.1, which is really good on not taxing the CPU a lot, with the slight downside that stuff isn't rendered correctly in some cases. I'm going to use Glide N64. And video resolution, if you don't have quite as a good PC, you want to put this at 320 by 240. 800 by 600 is a good compromise between performance and visual aesthetic. You'll need to also reboot the core for that as well, so that's just Control-R in terms of a shortcut. And then what you want to do is configure your controller. And I have all this set up, but the important thing to remember is do not assign anything to A up, A down, A left, and A right. And then just assign whatever you want, so D-pad up, down, left, and right, start, Z, B, A, C up, down, left, right, and L and R. And then in terms of not autofire, analog, this is what you want to do for your analog stick. So you want to bind your left thumbstick or whatever to that, and then if you're, for instance, pressing up but DK is going down, you can click this button right here, and that flips the axis so that everything's done correctly. Once you have all that set up, you can actually finally load up the randomizer. So for that, you want to go to Lua Console, Script, and Open Script, and then you want to find the randomizer. Once you've found the randomizer, you want to open lzr.lua. So once you've opened that, you'll get this handy little window right here. So we have a few options. Loading Zone Randomizer. So if you like like the entrance randomizer portion of it, and as well as random bosses, there's a few things included in that. That's part of Loading Zone Randomizer. Barrel Randomizer is literally just the minigame changing stuff. Give all moves is exactly what it says on the tin. Unlock all Kongs is exactly what it says on the tin. If you're using Jabo 1.6.1, which was the plugin I was talking about earlier, you'll want to click this. This is mandatory because unfortunately Jabo has just this little bit of an issue where if you reboot the core, it just absolutely hates itself and doesn't render anything correctly. And Random Kasplat's location is just here, so you can click that if you want your Random Kasplat locations. Length, these vary how long your game is going to be. There's a full list of exactly what it changes in the README. And then you got your seeds, so I'm going to go for 801 and 69. But if, for instance, you just want to randomize it, you can just go that, and just click it a bunch of times, and I have 51353. And then once you've done and you're happy with everything that you've got, I'm gonna tick that off. You can actually tick this if you have Glide N64. It is just a precaution for Java 1.6.1. Anyway, once you've got all the stuff that you want, then just click Confirm Settings, and then the window will disappear. So then once you have that, you go up to here, and you may want to try turning on Story Skip, but Story Skip is defaulted to on. And then just start a file. You want it to be a new file, so I'm gonna just delete that file right there and start a file. And you'll know when this has worked, when starting a new file you get taken to DK aisles. If that happens, everything's fine, you can play it as normal. If it takes you to training grounds, just close the lower console and reopen the script and it'll work fine. It's just an unknown reason why that sometimes happens. And so yeah, once you've done that, you can get on playing Randomizer. So I have all the Kongs unlocked, as you can see right here, and I have all the moves, and yeah. And yeah, hope everyone enjoys the Randomizer.